Right. Oh, there we go. We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deep South Homestead.
Yes, sir.
I'm Wanda.
And I am the one and only Danny.
Thank goodness.
Yes. Good thing there's
We
only
don't
one.
need,
We don't need but one of me.
One's enough.
One's enough.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about cloning me. I'm like, please don't. Please don't.
No. These people who want to clone you, I have to veto that idea.
Yeah, you have to veto that idea. I don't even like it.
I hide the hairs out of your hairbrush just because.
Just because, yeah.
Burn them.
Hey,
Mark.
Mark and Jamie and Vicky and Jennifer and Mountain View Soap. Okay, Baker Mom, Sharon, Seven Sprouts Farmstead, Jackie Smith, Breathe, Stephanie Alexander, Brenda.
Got a lot of people popping in.
Yeah, Kubota Acres. Oh, that's a new one.
Lou just Lou. Guess who Lou just Lou met at a service station or something?
I don't know.
Tommy Alderman.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they already knew each other.
In her neck of the woods?
I guess.
They're in that part of the country?
Yeah, the Aldermans were up there for some.
Oh, for his son.
No, for the thing today. It was an homestead
okay.
educational
They must have
thing.
flew up or something. Yeah.
No, Lou is in Mississippi. She's in.
I thought.
No, you're thinking of California.
I'm thinking of Active Agent.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
No,
anyway,
Lou is in Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay, there's John Henderson.
Tommy was over there in that area, and he stopped at a service station, I think, and met Lou. But they already knew each other from the gathering.
From the gathering. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Now we got him straight.
Got me straight.
Oh, lots more people. Grandma Rose. Yeah, there's a bunch of people. Yes, she said it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Jamie's at her cousin's in Alabama. Yeah, she ought to come over to Mississippi.
Yeah.
Fun. Hey, Country Homestead Preacher. Y'all, I made a mistake. I said yesterday we were going to have company today because I was really a week ahead of myself.
She's always a week ahead of herself.
I don't know what day it is.
Well, that's the beauty of homesteading the way we do. You really never know what day it is. I
don't know what day it is.
That's the reason I wear a watch on my arm right here.
I don't.
It's so I can look at the time and I can look at the day and I go, okay,
we have one calendar and it's, where is it? Oh, it's a little bitty.
A little bitty one on the refrigerator, a little magnet one.
And I don't ever know what time it is. Party started too, family.
Yeah.
And so I messaged Country Preacher Homestead and said, looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And when we were live yesterday, she says, check your email.
Yeah.
So when I did after we were live, I checked it and she says, it's supposed to be next weekend. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
So next weekend, Country Homestead Preacher is coming over. Country Preacher Homestead. I had it backwards.
Ah, Debbie said, Danny, thanks for the prayer for rain. We got some rain last night. The air smells so clean.
It does.
God is good. Yeah. God is good.
That's it. But Country Homestead Preacher. It is Country Homestead Preacher. I said Country Preacher Homestead.
Baker's mom says, better than I deserve. Who is it that makes that statement? The financial guru. He's always asking him, how are you doing? He says, better than I deserve.
I don't know.
So that tells me who they've watched. Okay. Glenn says, better than being a day behind.
Well, I do that sometimes too, because lots of times I'm just thinking it's Thursday and everybody's going, oh no, it's Friday.
It's Friday already. Yeah.
You know, I'm just off all the time. Yeah. I was going to mention
Dave Ramsey. Yes.
That's it. Okay. I never watched him.
Oh no, I remember Dave Ramsey. I went through his whole course. I mean,
I never watched him, so
his entire course. Yeah. It cost me a lot of money to go through that course. I should have learned something, I hope, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, when I was teaching finances, I went through it just to see what it is. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to mention Homesteaders of America. They're coming up in October for people that want to go.
They're coming. I'm like, I didn't know about this.
Oh, yeah, they could all come here. Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
That would be fun.
Okay.
But no, in October, if you guys want to go to a homesteading conference where there's going to be a lot of homesteading people, Danny and I can't go, but we were invited. But I've been in touch with Amy Fuel quite a bit. We gave away tickets first part of the year. There's going to be a lot of good people there. And it's our sugarcane time of the year, and we plan nothing in October and November. And we were asked to go to Texas in November. The first couple of weeks of November, they're having a homesteading thing there. in Texas, and I hated to have to turn it down, y'all. But
yeah, well, we get invites all the time, but when you're a true homesteader and your livelihood is off the land and you have animals, you just cannot pick up and go somewhere.
And both places would have meant we had to be gone for a week because Danny's not flying.
Yeah,
and
I'm
so
not allowed to anymore.
We would drive a day or two getting there, spend a couple of days, and a day or two coming back, whether it was Virginia or Texas, because the place in Texas was going to be at least a day and a half drive.
Yeah.
And you know, we feel honored to be asked.
I do.
But it's
I really
just
do.
really hard in October and November. It's like our worst 2 months.
That's the worst months for us for anything.
Our sugar cane right now is on hold, and 2 years ago we did it in October. Last year we did it in November. So we never know exactly when it's going to be.
Dickie says, "You two are home buddies." Yes, we are. Yeah.
Not because I want to.
Not because we.
I want to be.
Try to be, but when we, you know, I mean, it's just the way it is.
Seven Sprouts says they'll be at the HOA conference.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people there, y'all, and y'all going to have fun. And I thought I'd mention that because they are throwing it all over the Facebook and everything. Everybody's two families giving away some tickets. I don't know what night they're giving away tickets, but they're fixing to give away some tickets. So
yes, Baker Mom, I have a cardiac issue that once I have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy plus some other things going on with my heart. And my cardiologist told me, he says, no more being extremely happy, no more being extremely sad, no more fair rides, no more theme park things, you know, like riding the rides in theme parks, no more riding on airplanes and all this kind of stuff. He said it would be better for you to just live a very solemn life. Don't, you know.
He laughs a lot, but he don't try to get.
But when I do start laughing a lot, my heart goes out of rhythm. I just don't say anything to anybody. I just kind of
just lives with it.
I just learned to live with it because with the type of problem I have, it's called an athlete's heart. It's what athletes just drop dead from on a field. And he told me, he said, with my heart being it's as strong as it is, and as hard as it is, he said, you could live to be 150 or you die in the next 20 minutes. He said, so, you know.
That was a good diagnosis.
That was a good diagnosis right there.
He just covered all bases.
He covered all his bases right there with one.
Yeah. Oh, so we're talking about September. September's my month, guys, because I was born in September. I've always loved September. But there's a lot that's going on in September. And a lot going on in September.
September's a kind of a big month for a lot of things. It's a big month for the Jewish people. It's the beginning of the month of Tishri. Rosh Hashanah.
Jewish New Year.
It's there's two Jewish New Years, technically speaking.
Yeah.
But there's the ecclesiastical one that actually begins 7 months prior.
I think so.
But anyway, there's a lot that goes on there. It actually starts this Sunday night, correct? Yeah, this Sunday night, and it goes till Tuesday night. Rosh Hashanah.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Two families here. They know more. They know as much as I do.
Yeah, they were married in September.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in September, and I have out of 11 grandchildren, I think 6 of them are born in September. I don't know.
Yeah, two families says tomorrow night starts Rosh Hashanah. I thought so. Yeah.
And so September's always been special. My grandparents were both. My mom's parents were both born in September, so it was a big month for us always. But it's called National
Preparedness Month. Now, there's several reasons behind it being called National Preparedness Month, but mainly it's because of 9/11. It's actually why the
government started wanting people to become more aware of things and start preparing. And so in 2004, FEMA started observing September as National Preparedness Month.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of YouTubers jumping on a bandwagon because Trump did an
executive order. They always do. It's not an executive order. It's a presidential proclamation or vision, proclamation, whatever you want to call it. But every president since 9/11 has done it every year.
Since 2004.
Yeah.
And President Trump did it last year. You go back and do the research.
Do the research. It's there.
And they're making it like there's something special going on. It
Yeah.
really isn't something special, but you should be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't. You shouldn't have to be told to be prepared. I mean,
yeah.
Because look, guys, like people on the East Coast right now.
You shouldn't need to be prepared. I mean, told.
Told. I mean, we got Hurricane Florence that's beelining the East Coast. We got an update just a few minutes ago that it's actually headed toward where they said Nags Head, North Carolina is going to be
That's where it's showing right now.
Showing where the destination is because of the way the cold front's coming down. And
those people need to be prepared.
They need to be prepared, just like we were this past week when Gordon was coming up here like he's going to go right over us, and all of a sudden it just made a turn. We're praying that Florence just loops back out in the Atlantic. You know, I mean, why not?
It could.
Yeah.
They actually said to start with it was going to do that.
Yes, they did.
And so nobody was really paying it that much attention till this week. And because they thought it was just going to kind of curve just enough before it got to the United States. Now they're making it go right into the United States. So people do need to be prepared. But there's a website called ready.gov.
Yeah.
And they give quite a few examples of different types of things. So if you want wildfires, hurricanes, I don't know, there was a lot of things there. You could go check it out. Anything to be prepared for.
Yeah. Hey Beth, good to see you on tonight, girl. Yeah, it's one of those things, guys. We stay prepared for everything that we can, whether it's tornadoes or hurricanes or earthquakes or just economical collapse, loss of
One
health.
of us get sick.
And the thing about this is, I guess the one thing that concerns Wanda and I all the time is we get all of these emails of people who said, "Oh my God, I've had a dream that something massive is going to happen on the East Coast," and we've been getting these for what, 2 years now,
or
more. People's been telling us about all these dreams that they've been having about how the East Coast is going to be destroyed by, water or something. They say
one certain spot.
Yeah, one certain spot on the East Coast is going to be destroyed, literally,
And every time a hurricane heads that way, we're going, okay, is that it?
We're sitting here like, is this a real dream? These people are really seeing something, or what's going to happen?
And I feel for, I saw one lady,
Roxanne.
She said she was
in the bullseye.
So we were last week, but we knew that our storm was a tropical storm. So we don't
Cat 1.
Yeah, well,
And what we did was, Roxanne, I just fell down on my knees. I said, God, I don't need this storm here.
Mm-hmm.
I got sugarcane growing. I got my garden stuff up. We got so much infrastructure we're working on. I don't need anything to get tore up. Please let it go east of me.
And so we had a lot of people praying for us too.
Yeah.
All these people were praying, don't let it hit deep south. Well, it didn't. This is the second time this has happened. And, we always want the storm to go somewhere else because somebody gets it.
Somebody's always going to get it.
Yeah,
I mean, like Katrina, we got it during Katrina. They were people praying that it would go west of them or east of them, and we just happened to be in the bullseye,
Exactly. So you have to be prepared. Some of the things for being prepared. What are some of the number one things that?
For being prepared?
Yeah. What should
Food.
Food.
Water. On a homestead, water is the one thing nobody thinks about. If you got animals, if you got cows, a cow can drink up to 3 or 4 gallons of water a day just by themselves. Each one. If you got goats, they need like a gallon of water each a day. And humans, we need a couple of gallons a day for wiping off, drinking. I mean, there's all kinds of things. To me, the water is number one. And depending on what time of the year it is, if something happens in the wintertime, you're going to need a way to stay warm. You got
cook.
Heat and cook. And your medical supplies. People who have medical issues, medical supplies is a big time problem. I mean,
And even for people that don't have medical issues, you need a home essentials kit of some sort. You need Band-Aids and whatever, disinfectants, peroxide, alcohol, aspirins, whatever. You need a supply of something, and you need to have that ready.
the people who don't have water readily available, like us, we have a small stream or creek or whatever you want to call it on our property. Actually, we have two of them, and we don't worry too much about keeping the animals watered. I get spoiled really a lot of times because my animals can just go down to the streams and just drink. You
Yes.
know?
But people that
But
don't
people
have
that don't have that or don't have a pond or something like that, they got to run water every day for those animals. That gets to be a chore.
And then when you don't have water that comes out of a faucet to give them, what are you going to feed? You know, you've got to have water.
Yeah.
So when you know a storm's coming in or something, that possible power outage, always think of the cows, the goats, the chickens, the rabbits, whatever you have. Rabbits can drink a lot of water.
Rabbits can drink up to a quart a day.
I mean, to me, I had to go out there quite often with those rabbits. And, you know, if I was having to buy water or have water ahead of time stored up, that's a lot of water, you know. And somebody asked if we have a rain catchment system. We do on the greenhouse.
The greenhouse, yes, we do. I mean, it's not for drinking or anything like that. It's not for animal watering. Strictly to water the greenhouse with.
But we could use it for animals if we needed to.
If we needed to, we could.
Yeah.
But we have no need of it because if it's that bad, the streams and the creeks are running crazy. You know.
Brenda said herd animals are swimming right now. A lot of people. What was it you saw about the rain in America? It was not just America. It was all over the world, wasn't it? The saturation. It was more than. Almost all the United States, if I remember correctly.
Now, there's places in the U.S. right now that's still experiencing drought, but there's a section in Oklahoma right now and Arkansas that still have not had any rain hardly. But predominantly, most of the United States is way above their rainfall for the year. A lot of places said we only get 60, like our average rainfall is 60 inches a year, 60 to 66, somewhere in that area. Depends on tropical season. And, you know, they're talking about we could have 100 inches this year. So that's way over our amount of rain.
Yeah. Milk and Honey wants to know if you could invest first, what would you invest in? Infrastructure?
As far as infrastructure goes, a barn first.
Or the tractor.
I would get a tractor first because you can use a tractor to build a barn. You can use a tractor to clear up if something happens. You can use a tractor to plant with. You can use a tractor to do everything with.
And Saddle Ridge is saying something about digging a well. We actually have two wells, and we have a hand pump on one.
Yeah.
And right now we've got a hand pump that Danny invented, but we also have the regular hand up in the barn to attach right quick.
Plus, we have a well bucket that will go down the well also.
Yeah, we have ways to get water out of a well. We have ways to
get out of a well for drinking. Yeah. Yes.
So we're okay there. But a lot of people don't have wells.
True. They're not allowed. They're not allowed.
Yeah.
They're on a municipal water system. And that's probably the last place I would want to be. I'll just be honest.
Okay, Sharon says, what do you say about the permafrost melting in the attic?
Arctic. Oh, she said attic, but she meant the Arctic.
I know, I had to laugh because I thought it was funny.
Yeah. That's caused by solar radiation, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
By Mapleberry. See you later.
Yeah, Mapleberry. They're talking about Mapleberry said they have several streams on their property up there. I was noticing that in the chat. I'll be careful to knock the camera down. Where was I at here?
Donna is asking about Amanda from Freedom Makers. Haven't heard from her in a while.
We talked to Amanda this past week.
A couple of days ago.
Yeah.
She's been really, really busy. She's canning a lot.
She's
got videos ready. She's just got to find time to edit. She's like us. This week has been really tough trying to edit a video as much as we've had going on.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot going on. She's canning like crazy, but y'all, she'll be back. She's got her videos ready. Just got to get them together.
Country Homestead Preacher says, Danny, do you believe a water witcher will work? Yes, I have seen it work.
He actually has. You have the stuff still?
I still have the stuff to do it. Yeah.
He can show you if you remind him.
Oh, I've got to have
she
to
says
find
she
it
has
first
permafrost in the attic. She's got real problems.
Sorry.
I just thought it was funny. when I said permafrost in the attic, I was like,
Oh.
okay, when it melts, you are going to have issues because your whole house is going to flood.
Yeah.
But I knew she meant Arctic, but I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, we knew what it meant. I mean, I just read it as Arctic. It was usually set it up as that. But Lou's Northern Home says, all I can say is our garden was basically a dud. Out of 35 potato plants, we got one half of a colander. Hey, don't feel bad. The Lori family over here did exactly the same thing. Here, the fire ants ate all their potatoes.
Yeah, and they planted a little bit late.
Yeah, they planted late too, because potatoes is a very picky crop.
Kind of needs to go in pretty early, late January, 1st of February. You can store a year's worth of food under your bed.
You can, actually, if you do it right.
Yes.
If you got a king size bed now.
Now, Lou just bought 50 pounds of organic carrots for $10. Yes, that's what the Lori family did. Heidi was in Florida several months ago, and she called me and said, look, they have carrots. I can't remember how many pounds for what, but it averaged out to like 80 cents a pound.
Yeah.
For carrots. And I said, yeah, bring me a sack. So I canned even more carrots. Even though we had a good supply of carrots, we use a lot of carrots. And if you find them like that, you better buy them up and can them and have them ready.
Cindy, water witching is not witchcraft, okay? It's
an old way of finding water.
It's an old way of finding water. It's actually a magnetic type issue that happens, you know, through
What do you use? Explain what you're using.
Well, now, my dad was always told me as a kid, and the old people would say the same thing. A kid born with the film over their head had the gift of being able to witch water.
How would you know?
And well, your parents would tell you, you know. And
I'm not sure mine told me I didn't have that gift.
Yeah, but my dad told me, he said, "Son, you have that gift," and some people say you use a peach limb or anything like that. I just use 2 dowsing rods through 2 pieces of garden hose. And as you walk, if you come across water, they just automatically cross right there. But I've done so much now, I can walk onto a piece of property and I can look at the timber on the property and I can tell you where water's at. I mean, it's just...
Is it the same thing as divining?
Yes. No, divining, it has to do with spiritual things. That does have to do with wickedness.
Yeah.
That's discerning spirits and stuff like that. That's divining is different.
Yeah. No, I've watched Danny with the sticks before. He showed me because I thought it was really weird.
You can actually walk over your water line underground.
Yeah, and it'll pick
and
it
it'll
up.
find your water line. It goes straight to it. Yeah.
But now, could I do it? Or it wouldn't work for me. You don't have it.
I think it would do for you too. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think my dad, it's just an old saying. It's like a wives' tale when they say that.
We haven't tried it. We may have to try that
We'll get out there and try it just to see if it actually works.
Yeah, Brenda said Paul can find water that way too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Saddle Ridge says they've heard about the caul over the baby's face. Yeah. I had that when I was little. My dad told me I'd be extremely gifted with things. And I guess people say that I am. I don't know.
So what else? We were talking about preparedness. Water is definitely one.
I think water to me is number one.
Yeah, food and meds.
Yeah.
Emergency lighting. If you have flashlights and you depend on flashlights, you better have a supply of batteries and make sure they're all good. Things like that. If you have a different type of light, like candles, you better have matches.
Yeah, we buy the. I have bags and bags of those tea candles.
Yes, we do. We have lots and lots of tea candles. Usually, you can get bags of them, like for weddings and stuff, real cheap. And so we have bags of tea candles and stuff on top of flashlights galore, and plenty of batteries and things like that. A way to heat. You mentioned that, didn't you?
Yeah, I mentioned, heat. It depends on what time of the year a disaster happens at.
Well, I mean, even cooking, though.
Well, you'd have to have a way to cook. Even in the summertime, you have to have a way to cook. If a storm comes in after the storm, you still have to eat. But that's where the old saying is, everybody says, go to the grocery store and get Spam and potted meat and lunch and bread and all this thing and mayonnaise to make sandwiches and stuff like this. And
yeah, we really shouldn't watch internet.
we really need to do. We really need to
really
do
need
away
to
with
quit
internet. Because today I watched how spam was made. I watched how weenies were made, and I think it kind of like got Wanda.
Yeah, Hormel chili.
Hormel. Actually, all Hormel products are cooked in the can. They're packed raw and cooked in the can.
I'm like, oh, the can taste. I knew some of them had a can taste, but I guess it cooks in that tin cooks into your meat.
Yeah.
I thought it was bad enough that, and that's why they must say it leaches into it. I thought you just put it in and it leached in, but now you're telling me
they cook it in it.
They cook it in it?
They cook it in there. Yeah, that's why you have to be careful for BPAs and stuff when that stuff is heated up.
And now obviously it's heated up really well to cook it in that can.
Well, yeah, they told how many temperatures they raise it to. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh.
But it's slow done. It's done slowly, they said.
You're still cooking it in a tin can.
I know, it's still cooking.
Whatever kind of can. It's a lined can now.
It's a BPA lined can. So most of it's aluminum.
Yeah, buckets and bags and sawdust. Yes, if you're going, like we have.
If you want a composting toilet, you need sawdust. The best reason, anytime I'm working in the shop with my planer, my saws, or anything like that, as long as it's not treated sawdust, I gather the sawdust up and I put it in 50-pound feed bags and save it.
Yeah, cash is another one. After Katrina, these
small
places,
bills.
You want small bills. Do not do $100 bills.
Don't do $100 bills because during Katrina, if you had a $100 bill, they'd put you back at the end of the line.
Because they didn't have change.
No change. They tell you anybody with 20s, 10s, 5s, 1s, come to the front.
Yeah, and so if you get cash, always make sure you have small bills. Because to be honest with you, somebody comes up to me and they say, I want to buy some of your food, and they want to buy 2 jars and they only have a $100 bill. I don't have money to give them change.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to say, okay, $100 bill, here's 2 jars. That's not a very fair trade, but I'm not breaking that $100 bill, you know. So you need to have some small bills, lots of small bills. Somebody said in Virginia it was going to get down to 30 tonight. Not Vermont.
Look,
30
guys,
tonight.
Let me tell y'all something. Talking about being prepared.
$2 bills.
Queer as a $2 bill. I remember hearing that.
But
no. Let me just say this before it gets off my mind, guys. September the 24th, the whole nation is going to see cold weather.
The whole nation.
The whole nation. It's
Even
going to be
us?
Our highs here will be in the 50s.
Oh, that's
on
cool.
September the 24th.
Good.
I found that today through a site that is very dependable, and I just want to let y'all know. I believe this site is. I've been following this site for quite some time, and it's always worked. They've always been.
Saddle Ridge, they're seeing black leaves on the trees that look burnt. I wish I'd have put a picture.
Oh, the maple tree.
Our maple tree.
It looks just like somebody took a torch and burnt places.
Burnt holes.
Yeah.
About this big around, up and down on the limbs. I mean, literally looks burnt. That I took pictures of it, but I forgot to put it up for tonight. But I'm telling you, that was just kind of crazy. So, I don't know. That there are things. Okay. A lot of people are saying something about birthdays and anniversaries. Yeah, my birthday is the 21st and all, so I know there's a lot of people I've seen said they have birthdays and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of the last things is a way to protect yourself.
A way to protect yourself. Everybody needs a way to protect yourself. After Hurricane Katrina, people were out riding up and down the roads looking to see what they could take, see who was home, who wasn't home. You know, if you wasn't home, they'd loot your place and stuff like that. So you always need a place or a way to be able to protect yourself, and you need the knowledge to know how to do it. Wanda and I are going to be taking a firearms.
I forgot to call him.
We're supposed to be taking a firearms course for our certification.
Oops.
I've been a shooter for many, many years. I was, but I want to go ahead and get my certification, and we're going to go ahead and do that.
Yes, Mr. John says site name. Are you talking about the government site? It's ready.gov, if that's what you're asking. not 100%. Farmer's Almanac accurate. It says wet and cold this winter, and so
Well, the Farmer's Almanac says wet and cold, yeah.
And it's asked him what's the site name, and I'm not sure what.
It's a bunch of numbers and letters.
Oh, you're talking about the weather site?
The weather site that I found.
Oh, okay.
It's a bunch of numbers and letters, and if I tried to tell them to you right now, I'd be lying. I just have them saved on my computer.
Numbers and letters.
Yeah, they're like MCBR2136. I mean, it's something weird. I just happened to come across it several months ago, and I've been following it, and they have hit it right on the nail every time.
Yes. The weather site. Yeah, so he'll have to see if
I'll
he
have
can
to
find
I'll have to find it and write it down. I mean,
we can't go turning on the other computer right now because we try to keep
our
everything
bandwidth.
turned
We try to
off.
keep our bandwidth at a certain thing so we can at least not buffer too bad.
Yeah, we're supposed to be taking that class, and I was supposed to call them last week, so I got to call them. Remind me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to take the class, and not because I really am a gun person, but that's really the reason I am a gun person. I need to be able to know how to do that if I need.
Well, we just need that piece of paper. You know, it's kind of crazy. In the world we live in today, if you don't have that certification or that piece of paper, even though I shot for 9 years, I didn't
still need a piece of paper.
I got to have that piece of paper. You know, I mean, it's crazy. Where we at?
Somebody loved the Hank vlog today.
I hadn't got to see that yet.
We let him go today just to test him.
After using his shot collar on him for 2 days, we let him go all day today.
Just outside by himself.
Outside, we locked the gate so he couldn't get off the property, and we just turned him loose and watched him. And he was so obedient today.
He did really great.
He done really good.
He stayed close to the porch. He would get off of it, but when I called him, he'd come right back. We found nothing that he's chewed up, tore up, or anything like that. He did get stuck under the rocking chair. That was funny, though. That was funny.
He was laying around rolling, and he rolled himself up under the rocking chair. Yeah, I remember that.
I said, well, I got to use this. And I put together the quick little vlog while we were sitting here. But, yeah, Hank's got to where he's a pretty good dog for the most part. And so we're testing him to see how well he's going to do as a watchdog.
As a watchdog.
Nobody came up. We didn't have anybody coming or anything, but he stayed real close. He didn't run off or anything like that yet.
How old is Hank now? Hank is up to, he just had his 12 week.
Is he right at 4 months?
Well, we got to go to the vet Monday.
He's between 3 and 4 months old.
Yeah, he'd be 12 weeks, I think, won't it? Monday?
No, that's only 3. I think he's a little older than that.
A little older than that? Okay.
I think he's closer to 15.
Yeah, because the vet's got his papers fixed up where we just take him. He's got to go to the vet Monday for his last shots anyway.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying they have to have a state gun license. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just good to have them, guys, because it's going to come down to everything is going to be about being legal. And we have to we'll have to comply if we want to do anything. It's not going to do any good to bulk the system because they've already got these laws. They're already in effect. They're just not enforcing them in most places.
Yeah. Concealed carry. Most everybody says they have concealed carry.
We have open carry here.
But the deal is we have one guy say, why go get concealed carry when
you have open carry.
Open carry. But if I was to walk into any place in our town with an open carry,
if I walked in Walmart with a pistol on my side,
they're going to stop us.
They're going to stop me right there at the door.
Cops called.
Yeah.
Go through a rigmarole. There's all kind of, that's a weird word. Rigmarole.
Rigmarole.
My daddy used that.
You're going to be as bad as Amanda now. So rigmarole, okay.
But even though we have open carry, you still can't legally just walk down the street and walk anywhere you want to and do anything you want to with a gun. They're going to stop you.
Right.
It's just kind of weird. If you have it concealed and you're not using it, you're not hurting anybody, you're not pointing at anybody, it's not seen, nobody knows you have it, it's just best that way. It's just best they not know, right?
Right. Well, actually, I used to carry all the time, but I conceal carried, and it's one of those things that I don't like for everybody in the world to know if I have a weapon on, but in the case of an emergency, I would like to have it with me.
And Saddle Ridge makes a good point. On our property or around here, open carry is fine and dandy.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Because you're possibly coming across snakes or something, and you need it handy right quick. But in public, you don't want people to know.
Yeah.
You'd rather they didn't know.
Yeah, I don't like to advertise if I have a weapon because it makes you a point of interest, I guess you might say. And I don't like being a point of interest when I go in somewhere.
And we have so many people that are offended by everything till.
Oh, that's been a big issue here lately. Everybody's
offended about everything.
We're constantly having to get rid of things on our channel because people go, they're offended by what we say.
And I'm like.
Yeah, I'm like, just a few minutes ago, I had to go, some guy said, well, you misdiagnosed your peppers. No, I didn't. I've done tons of research. I found the critters on the peppers. And I did the research and I know exactly what it was because the critters were there. I didn't misdiagnose it.
Well, lots of times these are people that are sitting on their couch that don't even have a pepper plant.
That's true, probably.
That's the way I look at it. I feel like that.
No, lots of times people, they can't get beyond the fact that, well, research says this. It's got to be right. Not always.
No.
We have a video coming up about the plastic.
Yeah, you can't say nothing, but you got
alkylation versus solarization. And guys, you're going to see something. I'm going to tell you. It's just totally. You'll see why.
It's amazing.
You'll see why you can't always trust research.
Jennifer, your daddy isn't always right.
I am always right. No, I raised my daughter to believe that, and she still believes it.
No, I found him to be wrong quite often.
No.
Yes, that's true.
It's because we live in a politically correct world. There's certain words I can't say, and if I say them, somebody's going to get offended, which is completely stupid to me. And that's another word. People go, don't use the word stupid. Why?
Some people just are.
Because some people are stupid. You can't fix stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brenda says she's offended by people who are offended. I'm with her. I am offended that people get offended. Because
I am offended because somebody gets offended. Yes.
I really am.
I really am. Because it tells me just how stupid the world is.
She said you'll always be right in her eyes. She's got rose-colored glasses on.
She was raised right. Never to question me. If I give a command, you saw her act when the snake.
She acts.
You saw her act when the snake was on the carport.
Oklahoma says she's not politically correct. She said they are dumbed down.
The new generation has all been dumbed down.
People are so offended. If we were to go into town with a gun on, half the people would scream and run around and think we were fixing to kill somebody.
Well, somebody pull a gun on you because you had a gun out.
Yes. And you would have kids screaming and crying. Their parents going, I can't believe you put a gun on in the store.
That's right. John is exactly right. You cannot fix stupid.
No.
You can't fix it. I don't care what you do. You can't fix it.
But it's just kind of crazy. So that's one reason we don't go to town very often. We just, people are so hung up on stuff. They get mad because of any little thing. Is Kentucky a good state for homestead?
Depends on what part of it you're in. If you're in East Kentucky, no. But if you're in Western Kentucky, probably.
Snowflakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, snowflakes. You know what the babies of the snowflakes are called?
Flurries.
Flurries. It's
Yeah, that's it. Mother Nature fixes stupid. Used to. Now they're not. Mother Nature's not allowed to.
That's true. That's true.
Doctors fix that. If there's a problem and you're kind of stupid, and I'm talking about people have an issue. I don't even know how to say what I'm saying, but anyway, they have weirdness up here. You've got a doctor giving them a pill, telling them, okay, you're better. They're and they put them in institutions for a day or two, and they tell them, okay, you're fine now, you can go back out in public, and they're still a little. And I'm not talking about mentally challenged people. I'm talking about people that are on drugs and alcohol and all this stuff that goes weird.
Mother of many horses, I said Eastern Kentucky because that's where all your race horses are at. I was up there looking for land, and when I was looking for land in Eastern Kentucky, I drove for hours, and I was just like, the land was, it was too expensive.
Because of that. Okay, now it's supposed to be
y'all, you just have to refresh or something other. For some strange reason, I don't know, probably chemtrails in the air or whatever. Maybe the government's doing it, who knows.
It's because we call somebody a flurry.
We talked about flurries, probably. We offended somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As usual.
And they hit the button and said, oh, we got to take them off the air right now.
That's what Sandy said. We offended somebody and they took us off.
Oh, well, that's true, Lori family. Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you get.
Lori family, I need some chocolates. Did y'all bring some chocolates? Just saying. I need chocolate.
Yeah. You need chocolates like I need a side saddle, and I don't even have a horse.
I need chocolate.
Yeah.
Open carry gives a concealed carry an advantage in taking your gun away from you or worse.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means. That's a silent Texan.
Yep, it's the flurries. Here we go.
I think YouTube got offended.
I think YouTube got offended. We started speaking about the wrong words again, and then YouTube said, oh, we better get them off of there.
Yeah. The picture that people are seeing is of our cellar. And that is in our underground living facilities that we have. And